Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and welcome to another episode of Disc-Heads, an amateur disc golf podcast here from the Murky Midlands. I'm one of your co-hosts, Lee, and today's episode is rounds versus pounds, or pounds versus rounds, either or.
Pounds for pounds.
Either of them sounds
Sound as
pretty
a pound.
tasty. There we go.
Sound as a pound.
Sound as a pound. There we go. We're just going to have all the alliteration in the world. Opposite me is one of the co-hosts of the podcast, Ben. How you doing, Ben?
I'm not very well again, but I'm here.
I'm glad. I'm glad to see both of you, and also the main man, the myth, the legend behind this podcast, Dan. How you doing, Dan?
Good, thanks, Lee. Yourself?
I'm good. It's good to see you guys because I've been away for a week, and it's good to see you, and we get to talk about disc golf and the hype.
And the podcasts have been
Spread it
summer's
out.
happened a couple of weeks in a row now.
It has.
People have been busy. Life goes on.
It is.
We've had this period before.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
Some of it's been me.
What's the thing with Jurassic Park? It's like life finds a way, isn't it? That's the Ian Malcolm thing. But yeah, we're here. Should be out hopefully this weekend. When you're hearing this, it should be like Sunday the something. So you're fine in November. We've enjoyed it. So I've played a ton. And we've all kind of played a ton, haven't we? We've been going around playing different courses, not just Bedworth.
Yeah.
Played the most this month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've missed Sunday because of child commitments.
And I'm altering my winter schedule.
You're altering your winter schedule.
I'm doing every other week in a minute.
Oh, okay.
Too much to do at home.
Okay, fair play.
Basically.
So
that's
your
the short version.
So
of
your
it.
short version is alternate weeks. Fair.
The joys of owning a house.
Honestly. But yeah, what are we talking about this episode then, Dan? Because we've been playing a bit. Some amazing things have happened, and we've also I think this topic is very cool because I know my brew, but I'm intrigued by your guys' ideas.
Oh, right. You've not heard?
No.
No, we're changing it this week. We're having a complete rework of the podcast.
Oh.
It's DIY tips.
Oh.
Right? I'm going to do how to put up a banister.
Amazing.
Excellent.
I love that.
I'm involved.
Let's do that. I'm in. Let's do
Not
this.
use super glue. There's your beginner tip.
Do not use super
Yeah,
glue.
It's going to hold at first, and it's going to look like a good job,
But-
but over time, it's just going to come
Turns
away.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out well.
Nah.
No.
No. Obviously, yeah. Round as a pound, pound for rounds. Got a beginner tip. We got disc of the week, of course. We're going to talk about the off season.
Mm.
We're going to talk about the perfect disc, which I believe is the topic you was alluding to.
Yeah.
And we're also going to talk about the cost of disc golf, which is why we've come up with the name
Yes.
Rounds Pounds.
100%.
But firstly,
Mm-hmm.
we always like to do it firstly.
Yes.
I believe that you want to tell the podcast something, and I don't want to let you wait any longer than you absolutely have to, Lee.
Okay.
So make a big announcement.
Okay, so I was off for my birthday week, and to kick things off on my birthday week, we went to Sherwood Pines, and I'm the first. I can officially say I'm the first. I was the first one. Was I technically the first guy to lose a disc to a river?
Yep.
And I'm also the first guy to officially ace a hole as well. So I'm very happy that
Yes,
I aced
you
a
are.
hole. And then since then, I think I've been on a bit of a high because of it. So yeah, it was kind of a surreal moment to because the worst thing was before we were going to Sherwood Pines, we said the first time we went there, I believe, we were all saying that these are all aceable holes. Like how we were all playing, they're very good. And then
It amazes me that it's taken us this long to make an ace.
yeah,
Still amazes me that you're the only one. Because even after that day, all of us were hitting rims and
Yeah.
tops of baskets, hitting chains and getting spit outs.
it's mad.
Makes me
we've
cry.
Between us, especially us three, we've been hitting rims for quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty positive. Well, if we're gonna go aces in total, you have an unofficial ace, Ben. I have an ace, and
I've also
Dan,
probably hit the
without
most.
spoiling a video that's coming out incredibly soon, yours that was insane.
I've
was a
also
cry.
probably hit the most rims from the tee pad.
That as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And not to take anything away from your ace, but Richard's had that massive putt, which is
He
probably
did.
bigger than
That was
any of
even
our ace
crazy.
That
attempts.
Easier.
birdie putt was basically an ace.
Yeah.
That was an ace if we were playing on
If
any other
any
other hole.
course.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. So he can stand saying he's had officially the longest birdie in our group,
Oh yeah, by a
Yeah,
long
by-
shot.
which is insane. And that was with people around, and that was hilarious because that pop off was insane.
Now, your ace was hilarious because even though we've been there half hour, if that.
Yeah.
I don't mean on the course. I just mean like.
I think it was
in
my
the
third throw.
grounds.
It was my third throw
Yeah,
of the
but
day.
we've been in the grounds for about half hour. We
Oh,
had
yeah,
time to chat, get new trainers on and stuff like that, and off we pop. And it's still quite early, and there's what half a dozen people in.
Yeah, hardly no one
You're
around.
just going wild.
Yeah. The worst thing was as well, when we were walking towards the thing, Dan was like, "Have you got your camera?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I haven't got my camera." And it happens.
But I probably would have been filmed. I wouldn't have caught it anyway.
Ben's amazing camera work. No, it was kind of weird because it was the fact that looking back on it, third throw, and that was exactly the same hole where I got a birdie from not the tee pad, but almost near the tee pad with the berg. Almost the same angle.
Couldn't rectify it though, could you? Couldn't put the amount of rounds we played.
Yeah,
Couldn't get close to doing it again.
couldn't get close to it
not
again.
even-
Nowhere
not
near.
even close.
It was
Like,
literally a few were literally just parked underneath. Like literally a few were parked, but none were like center of the basket. It was insane. It was literally insane. And I'll see how close we get ever again, because it hasn't been a while. There was a few opportunities when I went down to Plymouth for my birthday weekends, which were close but just wide. And then my stepdad threw, I would want to say probably his 12th throw on one of the holes that we both birdied. He almost aced because he landed it under the basket. Like it literally just went, and we're like, that's in, and it just literally in front of it, and I was like, that's
they're the best
rude.
ones, the ones-
Yeah, and I was like, that's insane. And he was like, oh, I couldn't believe. What if I got an ace? And I would have been like, I would have just laughed because it's taken me this long to get mine, and you got yours literally on the first round
I'd
going
cry.
out.
If I took somebody out and they got an ace on their first round, I'd have a little
Just
cry.
melt my disc.
Well, he picked it up.
What's the point of this? You have these.
No.
There's one big super disc.
The 18 kilo speed one disc.
Yep. It's just a
Be a
giant
great
pizza.
roller though.
It would be.
Imagine Bush is trying to stop that.
Just cuts people in half if it gets too much momentum.
It'd be like the Indiana Jones boulder, wouldn't it? Teeing off on hole 15 with that.
Oh,
Hits
days.
the basket and no one else can play because it's wiped it out.
No, it was good. So yeah, I kind of had a bit of a pop off and screaming and a little bit of fun. And I literally, the day after I wrote, or obviously my name and all my numbers in the disc, I also wrote the first ace, the
Best
date,
part
and the time.
about that is that disc you got the ace with. We
Yes.
told you to write your name in it.
Yep.
You didn't write your name in it.
Nope.
You should have lost it. If I didn't go for a round with the kids, you would have lost said disc.
I would have said this. It's lost said disc, yeah. That's crazy if I'm
Still
looking back
didn't
on
write
it.
your name in it.
I still didn't write my name in it until when I got home. All my discs have my name in them now, so it's great. It's perfect. It is really, really good now. So if you see one now, if I lose it, you'll know.
But that led into your birthday trip away, and
Yeah,
due
really good.
to your family being down south, you took a trip down to sunny old Plymouth.
Plymouth. It was sunny.
Plymouth.
Plymouth. it was sunny one day, and the other day it was typical Plymouth weather, where it started off okay, and then
Plymouth.
then it literally was bullets of rain followed by hilarious winds. And I started the pro course because I got there early, because the day before Carl wanted to come out, who's my stepdad. He wanted to come out and have a round with me so he could understand why I play it. He understood why and immediately loved it.
Yeah.
Then on my birthday, I literally got up early, spent a little bit of time with my family before saying, right, well, I'll meet you at this time so I can go play the pro course and all that stuff. I got halfway around the pro course, and then the heavens opened up, and it was like, the best way of describing it is if you've ever seen Caddyshack and Bill Murray goes out with a priest, and then it just wind and rain and craziness. That's what it became.
But that's Plymouth.
And that's Plymouth.
Why do you play disc golf? Because I love looking in bushes for bits of plastic
Wow.
for ages.
The pro course is very open. A lot of sheep everywhere because you have to play around livestock. So my Rockstar came close to a few of, shall we say, said sheep, but the majority of my drives were really solid because it's quite open. And
Did you not distract you?
no, not at all. I just was like, I'm going to aim for those sheeps because that's pretty much the line. I'm going to aim for the sheep because they're in my line. Yeah, exactly.
It's not a pro course.
It's not.
If it's open.
Yeah.
Like,
But the thing is, there's one hole which you guys, I think,
Was
would...
that paid for as well?
No. It's,
that's the one that had the membership if you use it on a frequent
if you use it on a
basis.
frequent basis. Now, where it was there was a said car park when I first went with Carl to find the normal free course. We parked in like a car park near a church, and then I saw immediately, oh, this has got to be it. And then I had a look and was like, no, this is the pro course. So the normal one is actually near the manor. So we went to the manor and saw that, but I saw a couple of the holes of the pro course. And then on the Wednesday night after playing like Ticket to Ride and stuff like that, I basically did a bit of internet, research.
Yeah.
And realised that these holes are long and beastly. There is a beastly par 5 over like 500 metres. It's just ridiculous.
There's nothing like going on Nudist the night before you go to a new course.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. It was a par 5 where it started
it just gives
and it
me
just
tournament
mad.
pack vibes when you're like,
Well, I'm not going to lie. A lot of the holes you
open
guys
the
would
tournament email.
absolutely love just because...
Anywhere Martin Red's out of bounds and like,
Yeah.
Where's not Martin Red?
There's literally some of the holes are amazingly parked around trees, so it's like open, and then it gets really technical of how you have to get
At
your
the
disc
end.
through. Yeah, which is really cool. There was a few that I parred, and a lot of them were bogeyed and double bogey because it was just sheer distance. Like I don't have distance, so it's I know I'm just going to play it safe and keep going. But I really, really liked it. Really recommend the pro course there. It's really, really good at Mount Edgemouth or Edgemore or whatever it's called. The one round the manor is super cool. It's super beginner. I left like a review on it on Udisc, like super friendly, really cool for like beginners. It's really good for amateurs as well for practicing like your approach play. Because literally, I was one round I did like kind of what we do for Bergmasters, and literally my bergs were getting very close to again aceable things, but it was like, this is pretty sweet. And then just it's really good for mid ranges as well. So I was just trying out discs like my new glow discs that I've got. I was trying them out.
Pre-disc golf, I used to go down south all the time.
Uh-huh.
The pandemic happened, and I just don't go down as much.
Yeah.
And there's loads of courses I want to play. It seems to me that I wouldn't go as far as say it's a southern sport, but it's been in the south. It's been picked up more.
Yeah. 100%.
It's a Midland sport. The courses are rare, and we've
Yeah.
said before we're very lucky in the Midlands.
we
because
are.
courses just like down, everything's just down the road from the Midlands.
Everything is, yeah.
Yeah, but we've got Quarry Park.
That is
We've
true.
also got Quarry Park.
Quarry Park.
There isn't a course better than Quarry Park
I will give it though.
in the UK.
Like my photo.
There isn't a. That's to quote that. I can't remember his name, but I'm just going to quote him. Gillies isn't disc golf; it's cricket.
Oh, you're on about. I want to say James Brown. That word Johnny Dick. Johnny Dick.
Johnny Dick.
Genuine person.
But
Cricket.
cricket.
Sorry, I'm bashing Gillies again.
It's fun. I love it. But no, the pro course was super pretty, and also my photos I took don't give the views of it justice. Like where it is, it's incredibly pretty.
There's
Like, I
also
was
a
like,
course in
wow.
Cornwall, and
There
obviously
is.
What people don't realise about England and the south is that if you look on the map, Plymouth and Cornwall look like they're round the corner. They are not.
No, a bridge pretty much, or a long ass drive round separates them.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
There's a course in Cornwall on the beach,
Is there?
and I really fancy that.
Oh, okay. Next time I go down, I'll go do some things. But I definitely think we should go. There was another course I played with our good friend Ben Galasha and my brother as well when I was down for my birthday weekend in Central Park. Literally from there, it's like walking distance to Plymouth Argyle Stadium. So Ben showed me, was like, so this is where we were walking up to get to the course. It was like, on match day, this is packed because everyone's going to watch the football. And where that course was, it's kind of like, it's got a pitch and putt, it's got foot golf, and then right next to it as well is a couple of football pitches. And yeah, that course is super sick. When played that, most of them were par threes. First round, I think it was +8, I want to say, or +9. My second round was +2. So I played pretty well the second round because I always joke because I'm always like, it seems like the front 9 I always seem to warm up on, and then the back 9 I'm now in the rhythm and I'm warmed up.
Yeah.
which I made a joke with Ben saying like, I feel he's just like, you're just getting pars. This isn't fair. And I'm just like, no, this is how it is now. I'm warm. I don't have a morning routine where I would do like how we do. We just get straight out of the car. And we've gone to tournaments where it's like we see guys with rubber bands stretching and like warming up and whatever. And it's just like, yeah, don't do that. We should, but we don't. But no, it was good. That was fun. Sam, my brother, also went for us as well. He enjoyed it. He could understand why we liked it as well. But I can definitely say after, on my birthday day, when I went round with my mum and my stepdad, they were like, for Christmas, can you just get us starter discs, please? We want to come here on the on Mount Disc, the Mount Edgemore grounds where it is, because it's free parking for them.
Yeah.
And they can go and have a couple of rounds of disc golf. And I almost aced it with an FD on that one as well. It was a mad hole because my mum literally thought it was in because we heard noise, and it wasn't. It was just like right next to it, so it must have hit the basket, but I couldn't see it.
I feel like there's a really immature joke about your mum
Hitting
discs that can't be really.
No, they really took to it. They could understand why people play it,
Yeah.
and they immediately went like, "This is a really fun sport, but it's also you're walking and getting out." And I was like, and that's like, yeah, one of the main attractions.
And like we have said, and you know, it makes me feel like a bit of an old man when I say it,
Mhm.
but some of the spots that we've gone to offer such scenic views.
Yeah.
Like, we joke about Sherwood Pines feeling like the Mortal Kombat forest because of just how
Yep.
in line the trees are and stuff.
That's Gillis, isn't it?
No, and I would say,
Gillis feels more like Endor.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Gillies
A bit
does
more
feels
all
like
over the
Endor.
place. Sherwood's quite like in line, so you can like you stand there,
Yeah,
you like,
yeah, yeah.
look straight down a corridor with your mate and get ready for a Scorpion Sub-Zero death fight.
But yeah, you'd like to know, Ben, that Kyle's first disc is going to be the Mako 3 because he was throwing that like an absolute god. And he was like, I really like that disc. And I was like, okay, cool. And my mum liked the Sensei, so I was like, good, that's a really good disc. It is the best disc.
Which leads us quite nicely on to, because obviously you're talking about your mum.
Yeah.
And starter set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stepdad getting starter set. Maybe your brother will ring you up a couple of
Yeah.
days time and go, I can't stop thinking about it. Get me a starter set.
Yep.
To the cost of disc golf. Pounds for rounds.
Yes.
So, I did some maths.
Okay.
Right.
I'm intrigued by this.
Now, we're going to start. It's only estimating maths because I couldn't be bothered. I've got 27 discs, including
Okay.
ones that I've lost.
Okay.
That are premium discs. That didn't come in a starter set, and didn't come in
Right.
a mystery box or anything like that.
Okay.
Some of these I was given as a gift, but these are brought as individual discs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So every pound mine will come out of my pocket, but I
Yeah.
would have got something different for
About
Christmas. If
£100.
all right, so I've gone £15 a disc because
That's an average.
that's an average.
I would say
yeah.
that's average. Yeah.
I'm spending between £10 and £20 a disc. I've got some discs at £23. I've got some discs at just under 10.
Yep.
I've got one disc at just under 10.
About £400.
Yep. So 27 discs is £405.
Okay. Yep.
You throw a bag in there.
Ben's like math.
Maths. Rain Man over it.
I know.
Your bag.
Yeah.
I reckon you want to be spending about 50 quid on a decent bag.
Yeah, I could see that. I want to upgrade my bag though. That's my next. That's my next.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
purchase.
I think if you're going to buy a bag, so I think I got a 32 disc bag.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, because you got the watermelon one.
Just
Yeah.
cram them in.
Yeah.
Bender. Ben's like, I make
Your
room.
bag's still big, isn't it? Your bag's still like 28 or something
Yeah,
like
but I just get loads.
Yeah.
of
It's the condor that screws up your whole
the
thing.
condor f- on my bag.
that. This is what I'm saying. I think if you spend about £50 on a bag and get that kind of like
Yep.
late 20s, early 30s number, you got a decent enough bag. Like,
It's true. And if you've not got a lot of room, if you've still got a lot of room for this, you can put your towel in there and loads of other stuff in there as well. So it pads
Yeah.
it out. So
Yeah,
it's fine.
100%.
Yeah.
My gloves cost me 15 quid. Gloves are an optional.
Yes.
U-disc is £28.49 a year.
Is it? Wait a minute. Is it £28? I thought it was.
£28.
Has it gone up now?
And then I've got to do
I thought.
PDGA as well.
Yeah.
I'm still haven't got my number. I'm refusing to have a number
So
yet.
U-disc, if U-disc is something that I would highly recommend any disc golfer having. It's a £30 a year charge, and it does sound like a lot. And I don't pay for. It's the only app I pay money for.
That's mental. I think it's the only app I pay money for.
I think so as well. Like I don't have many apps, but I know I pay for UDisc.
Spotify count.
That's not really an app, is it?
Good.
It's not.
God.
It's not new age radio. I don't think it's really an app.
It's more like a net. I would say like Spotify's like more like a Netflix like account.
Yeah,
and it's like a subscription thing. Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, that's your most expensive app if you pay it on a monthly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Amazon? We're not getting into.
No, we're
which
not
app
getting
it
into
is.
That's a digression. Yeah.
That's for another podcast.
That's for another podcast.
So where do we get to? PDJ membership. So
Yes.
you want this if you're going to enter tournaments. You can enter tournaments without it, but if you want to know where you rank in the world and where you rank,
If you want to really know where you wrestle with all the guys who are on the Pro Tour and all this other stuff, get a number. I don't know the number because I'm not taking it that seriously yet. So I'm like, meh.
I am, and I'll be paying more at the end of the year as per usual.
I've got a number.
Without all the mod cons, 18 quid. But you can pay more and get the yearly disc and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you do.
This
Yeah.
is cool this year.
I am thinking about it.
I'm
But
not because it's ridiculous money, but it is cool.
What's the disc cool? Why is it cool? Is it because of the stamp on it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay,
It's
there
an
we go.
MVP disc.
yeah, I'll send it you later.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what disc it is.
Yeah, I'll send it you later. I think you'll like it.
But it's an
mate.
MVP disc and
Cool.
cool.
The art's cool.
There we
So-
go. Sucker for artwork.
That cost £516.49, and that is a setup, if you like.
Nah, that's that.
I've also brought a
averages out
mystery
well.
box at 30.
That's optional though
I
as well.
starter set that I split with Ben at 10. We paid tenner each, and a starter set I brought by myself at 20 boys. So altogether, I've spent £576.49 on disc golf.
But it's all hobbies are expensive.
Yeah.
To me, the amount that you've just mentioned is if I went to a pro golf shop and went, I want a decent set of irons, that's about the average if you get the newish or last year's round of irons from any company
And this is exactly
for
what I
golf,
was going to say.
normal golf.
I have not only got most of my bag
Yeah.
is top end.
It is. You have, I would definitely say out of all of us, I think you have more premium plastics
Yeah.
than most of us.
Yeah, I prefer my premium platinum.
Yeah, 100%.
If it's not DX, it's premium.
Yeah.
No.
And there's a reason why we love DX plastic, not just because we all have love the plastic.
Great.
It is,
Yeah.
but it's also just.
I've got a lot to say about DX plastic on this podcast.
I know. I love it. And it's also the fact that it's just wrestling background for all of us. I love it.
But then you come into another region. So, like you say, £576.49 sounds like a lot. But this is a full setup. This is how much I've spent over a year, and I've gone a bit mad. Right?
No, but this is
That's-
from when you've started, surely.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when I've started.
So a year and some change now.
Yeah.
A year and some change.
And we all went boom, 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 boom. We all had a mad one and bought loads of discs.
Yeah. But I still don't think, that's a bit huge expense. There's other things in my life that cost me more money than that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if we look about it, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I think a disc a month is reasonable.
But now adding something.
Here we go.
Cost of petrol.
Here we go. Yes.
I wondered who was going to bring the petrol up.
Here we go again.
Well, I'm the only that pays for it anyway.
It's not the paying for it that I was going to talk about.
Oh. That's a story for
we
another
worked
day.
out it was you three fat so I made my maths get wrong.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Big up to your dad for saving our asses.
Envy frickin' P. Good lad.
Last time we went out as a group, I did some bad maths because I went, typically I can get this up far with when my light starts flashing, not counting for the fact there was 3 grown men in my car that are not
And
normally in there.
400 kilos of plastic.
Yeah. It's all good. We learn from this. We learn from it.
Yeah, I have. Anyway, but then you got rounds as well. We're fortunate enough to have a free-to-play course on our doorstep.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
If we were just discussing this when we were talking about
Central Park in
Central
Plymouth.
Park
Yeah.
and so it's £9 a round. So if you
Yeah, it's
go
£9
twice
a
a
round now, but
if
I
you
guess in
get-
off season it will change a little bit because he did say it
That'd be-
fluctuates.
We'd be looking at £36 a month each.
and that's if we went for one
Just for
round.
Bedworth.
And that's
Yeah,
just one
a
round.
Sunday. In the hot months, I will go Bedworth one weekday and a Sunday with you boys.
100%.
Yeah, and it's one round. We normally
Yeah.
play 2.
Yeah.
That's 18 quid a month. 18 quid a session, which is £72.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus then, let's say 16 quid day rate for another course.
Yep.
You're looking at nearly 90 quid a month on playing disc golf.
Yeah.
That's why you average it out. If you had a course like that,
Gotta
you would have a
have a free
membership
course,
or something
really,
like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, Quarry Park.
Yeah.
I know that I've got a membership.
If Quarry Park was your nearest course, and you were
I would
looking at
play
paying
there.
90 quid a month.
I would.
You'd pay the membership.
I don't know.
Pay
If
for
I wouldn't
it.
do it like 90. I'm pretty positive, like we were saying, because it's a golf club. They would probably have a yearly
No, but
charge.
if you look at what,
But I know what you mean,
is if
yeah.
if you work out that you could potentially be paying 90 quid a month,
Mm-hmm.
you look at whatever your membership is for the course, which would be Quarry Park, you'd play that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. I would. I think if you had like a monthly thing, then obviously it wouldn't be. I don't think they would have it that expensive if you were going to pay like a monthly thing. It would
If
kind of
Quarry-
be like a gym thing.
I'll tell you this now: if you had a membership to Quarry Park, because you didn't have a near course, all of us would get up the extra bit early to play Quarry Park every week.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Oh,
100%.
100%. If that was on our doorstep, yeah. Not like a 45-minute drive away,
Yeah,
you know,
every day.
every day.
Right, if Quarry Park was on my doorstep, I'd be ringing my boss by now saying I'm starting at 6 every day so I can finish at 3 and go for a run.
Go for a round. Yeah.
But going back to this,
Yes.
so if you're going to start,
Mhm.
I figured this out, right?
Okay.
If you brought a 20 quid starter set, right, and 20 quid will either get you the
I've got
UK disc golf starter set, with a little bit over 20 will get you the one with the sensei and stuff in it.
Yeah.
You
The
can get a
Sensei
soft-
Maestro
you
and
can get
whatever.
the soft set for 14
If
Yeah.
you find it.
if you can
Yeah.
find it.
If you can find
Next
it.
question. I've just got to
But-
ask.
Go on.
In your calculations,
Here we
Yeah.
go.
did you add your basket in?
Well, no,
Hmm.
I'm thinking more. I didn't add my basket in though because that was a I didn't think of that.
Because that
So
is
my-
literally practice.
Yeah, so my 576 goes up to 690.
Yeah, because we all own baskets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for a beginner,
Yes.
start
for
set at
beginners.
20 quid. I say 4 pro discs. Yeah, you should be able to get 4 pro discs in beginner plastic and pro plastic for 50 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're 50 quid on your bag. You're 28.49 on your U disc. You're 18 quid on your PDGA. So you should be looking at actually getting yourself fully kitted out and tournament ready for £166.49.
Pretty much.
You tell me another sport you can do that in, other than football, because all you need is a pair of boots. But
Mm.
screw them guys.
No. Maybe, but you'll be trash. Yeah, I was thinking golf.
Streamlining.
Golf you could, but you are really playing with just like
Your granddad's
minimalistic
clubs
clubs.
that you
Effectively,
found in the attic.
effectively like hand-me-downs as well. So no, not really.
I
Bags.
thought golf
Pretty-
trousers were about 166 quid a pair.
Mate, I literally went in the other day just to see what zip-ups were because I got my dad one in a bargain sale for last Christmas. I was like, I really want a zip-up because that was really
How much
nice.
are a set of bowls?
And it was so expensive. Balls are stupidly
Not
expensive.
balls. Bowls.
Oh, bowls, as in lawn bowls.
I
Yeah.
bet if you was buying top like quality, if you're going to play it like properly, I bet they're expensive.
I bet what between £50 to £80, or more than that, because you have
I'd
to have this.
say-
They have to have
I'd
footwear,
say
don't you?
over 100.
Okay. I think you could get in a squash with a decent racket and squash shoes.
Maybe you pay for quarters all the time. Not many free
Oh
squash
yeah, you have
courts
to
kicking
pay. You have to,
around.
unless you're going to pay for a membership to then be a part of a league. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
But, okay, there might be plenty of sports you can do cheaper. Still a good sport.
Still a good sport.
a business price.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's also the fact that you don't have to go all in to not enjoy it as well. That's one thing.
I hope she don't listen to this podcast and realise I spent like nearly 700 quid on disc golf.
Well, what does the no? She definitely won't, right?
So I think you should go up listening to these ones.
Yes.
The digression sessions, but the disc golf boards.
Well, the digression sessions, those topics are hilarious, so of course they'll listen to those. But I feel like I think looking at it because I'm only getting my mum and Carl 2 discs each. I'm getting the discs they threw because they like those ones, but then the
Would you
putter
not go
is the
starter
next thing.
set and get
No.
them the Sensei starter set?
No. The course they play on, they need a putter and a mid range. That's about it. Or they just even use a putter. That's
Yeah.
how because it is.
I'd just use a Sensei.
Yeah, and that's
By
what
the
my
sounds
mum
of
did.
it, the Sensei would be enough.
Yeah, it was
I
enough for me, but it's just their arm.
Especially with the way you were throwing
Again.
it in Sherwood and you were doing them like 70-meter drives with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sensei
Is the best.
is enough. You just said it wasn't enough. The Sensei is enough.
Enough for a one disc round.
The Sensei is enough.
I wouldn't
For
want
a
it.
one disc
I wouldn't want it for one round, just because the fact is, if we were going to get like down to like the technicalities of things, if you putted with it, you would change the disc's flight almost dramatically if you were just using it as a normal putter. Because if it hits trees and whatever, you're still going to change the flight of it. If it's also hitting the chains and hitting whatever as well, it's going to change its flight. So you want a putter that's just putter.
Not one disc forever. If I challenge you to a one disc round now, would you say the Sensei be enough?
Yeah.
I'm just curious, 'cause that leads us in to this week's beginner tip.
Fair.
So something you can speak quite highly to, Ben. So I put one disc round, right? But what I mean by that is a couple of disc round or a one disc round. And
Yeah.
we do the Berg Masters.
We do.
And we only play with Bergs. And we also, when we was at Sherwood, we did a putter only round.
Putter only round,
That was
yeah.
quite interesting.
It was.
Me and Ben's done it far more than me because you started this off when you said, well, that's it, I'm only taking, I think it was 5 discs.
Yeah,
at
5
first.
discs. Yeah.
But me and you have done a few rounds now where we've gone, let's just take these discs out.
Yeah.
Let's just leave the rest of them in the boot.
Yeah.
It teaches you a disc.
Yeah.
And we have discussed this before. Now, see, this is why I said to you boys in the chat, I had to check to see if it was a beginner tip before. It's never been a beginner tip. We've discussed this when we discussed silly games that we play. And games
Oh,
that we play.
okay.
We had a whole segment on games that make you better
Mm-hmm.
and making up your own games to make you better. And I thought, smash him, which means we get to reintroduce this as a beginner tip. Do one disc or
Minimal disc rounds.
minimal
It is
disc
actually
rounds.
really good for your game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Really good.
If I call right, wasn't we playing a minimal disc round when you started Rolling America?
Maybe.
I think we were
AKA
I
the
think you was-
Hellfire.
having a bit of a struggle with your disc choice. I think it's when you was doing 5 discs at a time, and the
It
5
was
discs,
that, yeah,
the
it
5
was when
discs
I
that you
was like-
picked were not a great
They
5
weren't
discs.
great, and then I was like, I'm going to do this. And then it
Turns
worked out
out,
pretty good.
turns out you're quite a good disc roller.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm pretty positive that when for me starting as well, like looking back at the discs I know I can throw really well, Rockstar, Maestro, Sensei, and they're pretty much the 3 out of the, well, yeah, they're the only 3 because I lost the other one. That I can throw on a continuous basis.
What
So
would
it's
you,
then.
what would you go for a 1 disc round? If I was to challenge you to a 1 disc round,
Oh, it sounds ballsy, but I'll do an MD3 or an MD.
see, I'll go zombie.
Fair, because I think for me,
You reckon you could do it? Yeah.
I can put. I can
Are we gonna
approach,
try this
I
on
can-
Sunday?
Sundays, well,
are we going to try this on Sunday? I
proof
won
is
this
in the
round.
pudding.
Yeah,
If you're big man.
we're gonna go.
Right.
I'm fine. I'm fine
We're
with
gonna go
this.
Red 9 1 disc.
Sugar me.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, so Rich, when you hear this either on Friday or Saturday, prepare yourself for shenanigans. No, I think a solid mid range should be it. I would love to do the Sensei. Don't get me wrong, but how I threw the MD this
Sensei,
week,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go MD.
that'd be
3.
fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I love that disc.
Yeah.
It's weird to say that because it's pretty much identical to the Buzz SS, but I just love it. I've
I haven't
gone
got
into
the
that
long
well.
drive for the zombie, but I've got the fairway drive. I've got
Exactly,
the approach,
and I think that's
I've got
honestly
the
all you
putt.
do, because I think if you put it's like when we talked about speeds and stuff. If you put too much on it, it won't fly right, and that's when you shank it and it goes nowhere. If you throw it how you know you should throw it, it will go the distance and a little bit further as well. It's just knowing your arm speed instead of going like I'm going to try and rip this like a driver. And
My Sensei will go.
oh yeah,
Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be a good round. I'm looking forward.
that's going to be a fun
That's
round.
gonna be more excited for Sunday than I already was.
I've got fun disc to throw on Sunday.
play your glows.
I'm not playing my glows. I played my glows
forgot
on
you
one of the
bought those.
things. I'm gonna say it's not on the disc of the week, but the Harpoon boys, mate. I'm telling you now, if Lone Star discs were around where I was, Jesus Christ, that's a disc. That's a disc. So-
Got to learn them before the.
Oh, I love my Shogun. My
Before the
Shogun
next
is
glow round.
amazing.
Could we go have a glow round soon? which again,
That's
it's almost like there's a teleprompter on the wall for you boys, because again, you've led us straight into the next topic of the week.
I love this.
The off season.
Yeah.
So we started playing in the off season. We got about a month or so in of it being light in the evening, but it very quickly became dark in the evening. By the time you was playing, Lee, it was already off season.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was always dark.
It was always dark when Lee played.
So what do we do in the off season? Well, obviously we continue with the Sundays. We don't let the cold and the rain and the wet put us off.
No, I think that was one of my most. It sounds that's bad English. I was going my most fun. No, it doesn't make sense. I think the most fun I've had in a round was when we went out in the snow. I really enjoyed that round because it was hilarious because our discs were just skidding everywhere and it was so much fun.
And although at the time no one would say it was fun, one of my favourite disc golf memories is Arrow Valley. The time when it absolutely
God,
that man,
mate, the rain,
so wet,
but we had good shots. But what we can remember from that day was like, we got drenched, and when I mean drenched, guys, I mean like drenched. Like it was really bad.
Wet.
Like
at the time, I hated it, but when I look back on it, I find it quite humorous.
Yeah, and our waterproofs as well. Water did not stop them.
Off.
We were all getting pissed. We became one with our overalls. It was ridiculous. And then it basically stopped raining, and then it just decided to go high wind, and it's really cold, and we just like this is just.
It's an interesting course, that is.
It is interesting.
But other than keep up with your Sundays, there's other stuff that you can do to combat the off season. Glow golf being one of them. Me and you had a round of glow golf. That was quite some fun.
Yeah, it is fun. I love it.
Up until you lost your disc in a tree.
Just launching a brick into a tree.
I passed 10 at night.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Got a disc back eventually.
We did.
So we need to sort out around a glow golf.
We do. I need to convert my little bag into a UV charger bag.
Because I need to look at something like that. I've already got my glow disc.
My torch is banging.
Yeah, no, it is.
Torch is well good.
Oh, you got you have a torch. Ah, nice. Yeah, because I think you can get LEDs quite cheap, but the idea is I saw one thing on YouTube where it's like you can get a few for X amount of money from Amazon and then just get a power brick, which I have one already, and basically just USB hook it up and then Bob's your uncle for a round. And I was like, that's cool. I'm fine with that. That'll work. And then it's just a little thing like that.
Yeah. UV torch.
Yeah. Oh, is this it here?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually just going to plug my phone in. It said power
Fair.
brick, and I was like, oh yeah, I brought that for a reason.
Do you want to just
plugged into my...
Oh, yeah, power brick. Okay.
Yeah, you
fair.
said that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I brought that.
Fair.
You reminded me.
There you go, mate.
But yeah, so we get a glow round in. Something else that I'm going to hopefully sort out in the next few weeks is because I used to like to go for a round on a Friday.
Okay.
And I never went for a huge round on a Friday. I went for a small round on a Friday.
Right.
I did a full 18, but I never go to try and get my personal best. Friday
casual.
was my casual round.
Casual light round, yeah.
Just a bit of, screw this week at work.
Not sweaty round.
Just let it out, yeah.
And obviously I ain't got that anymore. So I was thinking, it's actually somewhere down south they do a putting league where they have like a putting tournament.
Ooh.
And I thought, do you know what? I've got a fire pit, I've got a basket, so I'm gonna invite you boys round. Obviously you work, Lee, but
it depends. It depends what days.
Yeah.
How does it work?
We could just do put-offs and all sorts, can't we?
I need to get a clown wig so I can put it on top of the basket.
Oh yeah, just freaking
can't fail, man.
Mind games. I honestly think as well, if we get I'm pretty positive you can get self-sustaining fairy lights. We could easily do fairy lights in the chains because we've all got baskets and we can easily just go to a park somewhere and just basically put them there and then just glow disc.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to rig up a basket to fire off fireworks.
Yeah, there we go. That's the next thing.
So fairy lights, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay.
Right? And me and Ben discovered this, right? So when we first went for a game of glow golf, we couldn't just really decide what we was going to light up the basket or light up the way with.
Right.
So I went and brought what
Mega
do you call
light.
them? Yeah, it's basically the idea is that if your car broke down,
Right.
you could
It's like a floodlight. It's like
Yeah.
a portable
like
floodlight.
a portable
Oh,
floodlight.
okay. All right.
Cost me a tenner.
Okay.
And you just
And
drop
you
it on the top.
drop it on top of
Okay.
the basket. It lights up the basket like a Christmas tree.
It's
mate.
amazing.
Sick.
It is
Really?
yeah.
All right. We need to get one of them then. For
Yeah,
the,
we got
for
one.
the
It
group.
sits in the car.
Sick.
Playing hole 8 was well. A couple of the holes were well good, weren't they?
Yeah.
That's
Just, like,
cool.
Drop it in and then.
Because originally I thought
That's
what
cool.
we'd do is find a tree to hang it off or point it upwards so you can just see the basket. But,
No, but we just put it on the
Just
basket,
put it on the
shining
basket,
down,
and
and
it
then
was
you
just
can
like,
stand back and be like,
"Way."
yeah.
That's sick. That's cool. Yeah, we need to do that. That'd be dope. I'm up for it.
But in short,
Yeah.
people shouldn't let the off season stop them playing. There's
No.
there's plenty of things you can do in the off season.
I put in my living room on a constant basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not hooked up today, but I put down my corridor on a regular basis. I don't know what my neighbours think I'm doing, but
I was watching one of the big companies. Oh, it's the one where there's normally 4 or 5 boys.
Foundation.
Foundation.
Yeah.
And they were doing some putting games in their little warehouse.
Yep.
We need a warehouse.
Fair. Well, there's also the Gomez or Jomez, however you pronounce it. They do like a putting thing where they go to locations and set baskets up and do crazy, and then invite pros to do it. So they've done it at breweries. Like the best one I saw they did it was in Minnesota, like Mall of America before it officially opened, and they literally there hours early and doing stuff. And I was like, dude, this is crazy. And they're like putting off an escalator, down an escalator, and just loads of other crazy stuff. And I was like, this is way, like, they just do it for fun, but they get like 3 or 2 attempts or whatever, and it's super fun.
And
Yeah.
done it in Vegas, and I've seen them do it in a few places.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It is
But
cool.
I'm pretty certain if we just took your basket down Castle Street and just went, right, we're now putting in the mead, I think the
Yeah.
council might have something to say about it.
But anyway, no, yeah, off season. Yeah, just I've enjoyed going out for like an hour or 2 after I've done like my gym workout and just throwing a few discs and just getting routine and like
Trouble is with the off
a
season,
thing like that.
if you got a job like yours where you work evenings, and
Yeah, it's hard.
you're still okay because you still got the daytimes to go and get that hour in if you want to get that hour.
Yep.
When you work 9 till 5, or in this geezer's case 10-7 or whatever it is,
Yeah.
The mad hours.
you just don't.
There's no.
Yeah,
Yeah, it can be tricky. I feel like
it's still dark when I'm getting up, and it's dark
Yeah.
before I finish.
I feel that's I think when with winter it sucks because it is like it gets dark way too early, which is kind of annoying, but also at the same time I think that's why glow's pretty interesting, because that's why you might, if you are lucky enough to have the same disc in that plastic and go still have a round and throw.
It also changes the way that you feel about your practice disc, like practice basket.
Yeah,
I
100%.
noticed this the other day, right? So I was playing, I
Mhm.
was just throwing some discs, I had some lights on, and I just thought to myself, it's getting a bit late for this now, Dan. You know, time to 7:30.
Mm.
In the summer, I was out there chucking at 9:30 because it feels very different.
Yeah.
It just felt like it was too late to be making that much. Neighbours have got kids, you know.
It's dark now.
It's dark now.
Yeah.
Need to knock on the head.
But then there's those stupid things those inventions you've seen for like things like make your chains quieter
mate,
and all
don't,
this other
because
stuff.
on the same night I went in, and an hour later all I could hear was pissing fireworks go off everywhere, and I thought, well,
Stayed outside.
Yeah.
Should have stayed outside. No, it's I don't know. I think it's interesting because like I've introduced it now to my mum and my stepdad. I bought my basket around my best mates, and their little one wanted to throw it because she saw me one time with one of my discs. Just like, I would love to throw that sometime. I was like, okay.
She just showed it with half a ton of metal.
Mate, she just picked all the pink ones. So she threw the Berg, the Buzz, and then she wanted the harpoon, but she called it the arrow because she didn't want to call it a harpoon. Mate, it's hilarious because I didn't realise. Yeah, I know. I did not realise I was being filmed, so I was teaching her how to put, and she was like draining them from where I was as well, and everyone was just like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Yep, I'm starting them young. This is gonna be it. Next world champion." So, But no, it was good fun, and I think it's just
I
fun.
actually plan on only buying pink discs.
I was saying,
I love pink discs.
but the thing is, I also know there's a few people who will only buy certain colours. Like there's a few guys who are cameramen on the PDGA tour as cameramen, and they basically go, right, I've got this bag, but I'm only going to do this colour. And there's a guy who just only buys blue discs, and I would laugh at.
Doing that.
But it would be cool to do
Build
that.
yourself bags by colour.
Yeah, but the thing is, I would
You'll
laugh
need
because I would
maybe
be
a couple of
worried.
leopards, like a yellow leopard and a
I
blue
need
leopard.
yellow, yeah.
Yeah, and I would be worried about like if I'm going to throw the correct disc, because if they're all the same color, I'll be like, I've got to double check.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
That would be it for me.
I would need 3 rivers.
Just 3. I think the river's being replaced by a certain other disc in your bag because it just goes for freaking miles.
They're very similar.
Yeah, they are.
But we'll get to that.
But we'll get to that.
Beginner disc. Beginner disc? Disc
I
of the
just
week.
want to say something on the
Go on.
off season
Go on.
Okay.
with glow golf.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just get glow discs and start throwing them in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
Learn what
Learn
they
them
do
during daytime.
and then use them in the dark.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, they'll do a massive fade to the left into a bush. And
And
then
you'll
much
be like,
as,
eh.
yeah, much as a glow disc glows in the dark, finding a disc in a bush in the dark.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
I love it. I love my glow set's legitimately awesome. I'm happy with them. The only thing I need to understand is the approach and the
Put
put.
the practice in the daytime.
Yeah, and that's it. And that's what I've got to do.
Good point. We need a jingle for this next segment.
What, disc of the week?
Yeah, I really feel like disc of the week misses a jingle.
Misses a jingle? Okay, I'll come up with something.
Oh, disc of the week. Disc of the week.
Da-da-ba-ba-da. Disc of the week.
Disc of the week.
What have I got? That'd be really helpful. It's all over the place this week on my little notes. I have got the Onyx.
Oh.
Also pronounced Annex because it's A-N-A-X. It's actually pronounced Onyx.
Okay.
I brought this disc because Paul Macbeth, the god of all disc golf, was like, this disc is amazing. And I was like, well, why would he be saying it if it's not true?
Just sell discs.
And
I was going to say, it was like, I've watched so many pro videos where, why do I need this disc? This is the reason why. And then it's like, but go down, sorry.
so when I first started throwing it, it was not as straight as old Macbeth made it out.
It really went the other way. Every time you threw it, you'd be like, what's going that way?
Was
It used
it-
to wing off, didn't it?
Yeah. Now I've learnt its line, I can get great distance off of it
Mm-hmm.
and a really unique angle because of
Okay.
how much it fades off at the end. I've learnt that I have to really, really rip into it. It's better if I throw it high,
Yep.
like with big hyzer, and actually anticipate that big fade.
Okay.
Then I get this really unique shot that I've not got in my bag.
Fair.
And I did have a think about this for the week this week, and
Mm-hmm.
there was probably a few that I could have picked, given our last trip with Sherwood, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them I've already spoke about, and I thought, I'm not really going to get a chance to speak about the Onyx, so
Yeah, fair.
because I don't ever see it being one of them discs that I play with, and I'm like, this has really impressed me this week because it comes out for like 2 shots.
100%. Fair.
It's 10, 6, 0, 3.
Oh, there's why Dan throws it. That second number
I
is
don't agree with the
high.
glide. I don't agree with that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't glide as much as other discs in your bag, you think?
In comparison to the Construct River, Valkyrie,
It
not at all.
doesn't?
Yeah, not at all.
Really?
Not
But-
even close.
Interesting. But I feel like
Not Innova. That other company,
Latitude.
Latitude. Their discs glide more than any other discs, and they
Yeah.
also have higher glide numbers anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And the Construct is just its own little animal.
Yeah, thought space are a thing. But like, I love that thing, and my ace was with the thought space. There's something about
There's more thought space on Ace disc.
it. Is
everyone.
it is a thing.
I am
There's some
waiting.
new ones gone on.
Oh, Black Friday might kill me.
Yeah.
Does that
Oh,
not-
I need to give
Does
you
that not
guys
start
the.
tomorrow.
I think so.
So I need to tell you guys about
No, because it's Thursday tomorrow.
unofficial sponsor of our podcast, Infinite Discs, between the 22nd and 28th on certain days. Disc brands are actually having a sale.
Yeah, but America.
Yeah, America.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna get stuff for my mum and Carl off it.
America.
But yeah,
America. Can I have an extra disc if I order from Ace?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for.
I love
But
that. That
also-
logic is smart.
If they don't get those Halo Leopards,
You might
something's
have
going to happen. Yeah.
What's your disc of the week?
I've really been picking my brains for the last 2 minutes.
Brilliant.
I've got mine if you need a little bit of time.
The Avenger.
Oh,
Sweet, what a choice.
that is a good choice.
Because
Was it the Avenger or the Avenger SS?
SS.
SS.
Because I had a really good round last time. I was not at
When you were at Bedworth.
Well,
at Bedworth.
When you were driving with it, yeah.
what speeds do you Avenger?
10.
Yeah, I thought so.
Bit
So-
fast for me.
Yeah, so I think I can't remember what you said. You said something along the lines of you'd been throwing an 8 maybe, and you wanted to go a bit faster. And I think I'd have said, to you, well, you got the Avenger in your bag. Why don't you try throwing that?
I just started throwing random discs again, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was the plan, and then I started throwing the Avenger. I was like, yeah, we're just going to throw that.
And what was
today.
the other one? There was another one that you threw really well as well. The other Casterplast one that was pretty solid. You came out. Was it the Lots?
No.
No.
The Castplast disc that I throw very well is the CAC Z.
That's it.
The
so you had the
antique.
Cax. Yeah, the Cax and that you were throwing really well. But yeah, the Avenger was, I would say, when
The
if we're
Avenger,
talking
the
about
Avenger at Bedworth was
solid.
Yeah, it's a
On
really good shout
point,
for you.
yeah. It was straight. It was far. It was doing everything it needed to do.
Yeah.
It was real good.
Very
Just-
left.
Yeah, it was just doing what I needed it. Just doing
It's
what
good.
I needed it to do.
Sweet.
Lee, disc of
Me.
the week.
One of them is it's my new driver. Shall I say my second driver? Because it's the CD1. Love this disc. Pretty much it is speed 9, glide 5, -1, 2. The best way of describing this disc is I said the praises of the Roadrunner. That is exactly a Roadrunner, but lighter. Because it's not a Roadrunner.
Because the numbers are not the same. It's more like a Firebird.
Yeah, fair enough. The weight, the feel of both of them, they're very similar.
I don't know what
Do you like
is.
it?
There's
Is
the
the
Roadrunner.
not a -4?
No.
Yeah, I was right.
But to me, how I throw both of them, they go exactly the same.
Sounds like
Yeah.
poor man's champion, isn't it?
Look at that. He's bashing on the C-line plastic, boys.
The rim is very similar.
Yeah.
The grip is
Yeah.
almost identical.
It's a speed 9, so it's going to have similar.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah, but I mean, just not the feel of it, the width and everything. All
Now
the
this
feels.
is a quality plastic.
Yeah, now he's just for context, he's feeling up my Roadrunner.
I hate to agree with him because he's just being a dick over like plastic.
Over brands.
But that is nice, ain't it?
No,
The
I do-
Halo Destroyer.
I do for the feel of the
yeah.
Roadrunner.
So the
This
Halo.
is like the creme de la creme.
That's the
of
creme de la
like
creme, right?
plastic.
So my
This is your
my thinking.
skid mark plastic.
Skid mark pass. Oh, mate, you just smash in on C
It
line.
also feels. A bit
It
like
does
a-
not feel as good as this though.
No,
Like it just don't.
but
It feels
if
like a
you
poor
have both
man's
of them
zombie
on,
as well. Yeah. No, it's
so
just-
what I could tell you boys from these, you can smash them all you want. I don't mind.
This, made in China.
It's shocking.
This made in America, right?
So
And it is actually made in China.
yeah,
So
actually, I think it's made in. I don't know. Does it say
Latitude,
made in?
Sweden?
Is it made in Sweden or made in
Sweden.
made in
A
Sweden?
lot of Discmania discs were made in China.
They were originally, yeah. So, but the thing is, I bought that disc because I read a few of reviews online that it is straight as an arrow, and it is. And
America.
with one of my practice rounds that I did for on the pro course, because when one of the days I just went there a bit early and just threw some discs and had some fun. The difference is I would throw the Roadrunner if it's windy, because it will go not the same, but it's just a bit of when it's windy. I like to throw something a little bit more heavier.
Well, this
CD1,
this will massively go straighter than this.
yeah, they both do. They both do the same job.
numbers-
The best way of describing it, they both do the same job, and I wanted a CD1, and I really
This-
rate the CD1.
This is
You'll see-
this is -4.1, so this is always going to go straighter than that.
But you're gonna see the CD1. You're gonna see the CD1 on Sunday, boys. But then again, you know me. I like Jolly Rancher colours.
I
and
like
that,
this. I love this.
I love the Roadrunner. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. In the hand, I prefer the Roadrunner. I've not seen the CD1 fly, so I couldn't.
Yeah, boys, it's a disc. But I bought it because, you know, I wanted I still need to get a PD because I love a PD because I was throwing that like a really well. But I wanted a CD one because there's a few guys that I watch on YouTube rated it, and if I'm a Discmania fanboy, which I am, they were like, you'd get on this really well and it flies similar to a Roadrunner, this, and this. And I was like, okay. And I throw them already really well, so let's get another one.
Feels
And also...
heavier than 172, which is what it is.
That's mad, eh?
So it's a disc, but is it the perfect disc?
For if you're going up into looking at low number distance drivers, for me personally, because obviously, you know, I'm a Discmania and I love C-line plastic, it's perfect. It does exactly what I want it to do. That was out driving the Roadrunner because of the wind. Because that's a little bit lighter in windy conditions. I would throw that compared to the Roadrunner if I needed to get that little bit more edge, if I wanted it just to go risky a shot. Roadrunner, if I wanted a bit more control and it's a little bit heavier, I know where I'm going to throw it to. If I'm going to go all out, I'll go CD1 every day.
Maybe
So let me change your mind,
Okay.
because I'll segue into our next segment.
Okay.
What's your perfect disc?
Oh.
So I'll ask you boys this question. I'm going to explain in a bit more detail for our listeners, because obviously you boys know. Because I'll give you some. Very rarely do I give you actual time to prepare for these podcasts.
There's a lot of pot on the CD1 as well. I love Ben's just feeling it out. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love that plastic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the biggest Innova fan.
Leave this one alone.
I just want to say,
Lee, we like your disc.
I know,
Right,
but I
good.
love that the Halo plastic is lovely. Don't get me wrong.
So I asked you boys. I said, if you could have any mold mixed
Okay.
with any plastic,
Okay.
and it doesn't have to be a different company, it could be the same company, it could be something you can actually already buy. But if you used to get any mold with any plastic,
I've got a lot to say on this one.
what would be your perfect disc?
I can't just say one. I've got a lot to say.
I want Lee to tell me what he's saying, because I want to change his mind. So he's just told me the CD1's the perfect disc.
I want a Rockstar. That dome,
Which is not the dome of the CD1.
not at all. And it's a bit of a beefcake, but I wouldn't have it in this plastic in their active line. I'll have it in that lovely soft plastic.
Oh, man.
That soft. Yeah.
So you're on about the Berg K1 soft.
K1 soft in that.
See, I've got
Because it's domey,
I've
and
got-
that kind of grip with that would be really nice
I've
for me.
got a K1.
I would love that.
I've got a K1 soft.
I wouldn't want it as bendy as it is, but I want that feel, how it feels. Because in the hand, when I'm throwing that, it's lovely.
But would you want this rim, the Berg's rim?
No.
That kind of K1 soft.
No, he
plastic?
wants that plastic.
That plastic,
That
all my
mold.
discs like that.
Yeah,
So they're domey
you
and pop.
still want a nice little thick
Yeah.
Yeah.
plastic.
Mm-hmm. But I would want that finish.
So you always want two-tier plastic, because you're not going to be able to get that plastic on that rim and have that firmness
Exactly.
of that rim.
So
It's almost like I want to throw Casterplast.
yeah, so do I. I'm going that way.
I'm feeling like
So-
I want to throw that more.
But
But
I've got
I
two
can't.
things to say. I've got a lot of things to say. one of them,
But that would be my perfect mold.
I want a K1 soft banger.
Okay.
So Banger was going to be my first choice, but I went away from Banger when I made my actual final decision.
That orange Berg that I've got. I want that banger mold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what disc I want, but the
What
Casterplast glow plastic is very good, very nice.
Okay.
And also, this is a big statement. Basically, any disc you want to try, out of all the discs,
Hi.
in DX, because DX is really good
DX is really good.
for a start off. DX is real good.
So you went
It's-
down to thought paths that I kind of went down. I thought about the other plastics that I'd want a Banger in. I prefer my harder putter, and a Banger's quite a hard putter. I did think, do I get a Banger in maybe something like the Nova's plastic? That's nice.
That's where I thought you were going.
But the Banger's still quite as sturdy plastic as it is. So
The banger is pretty tough.
in the end, I decided to leave the Banger alone because I don't want a soft disc. Yeah.
That's my issue I have with DX plastic. I love DX plastic, but just look at the rim. There is a bit of
Yeah.
flashing on it,
It happens.
but it happens.
See, I've not
But-
had one.
But the thing is, I do like that.
But
For a starting set as well, it does feel nice DX
this
plastic. I can never
from
match
America
DX
was
plastic.
like $8, right?
It was $8, and that's
So
what I'm saying.
like
It's an entry,
£6.
Yeah.
Right?
and it flies like an absolute beast.
It's £6.
It's so nice.
You can't get DX. The reason DX is well good is you can if you could get any disc in DX, go. I want to try that. But I'm not
And
paying
it's-
£16 for it. I'm paying
But-
£6.
But the thing is,
So-
as well, I think what Innova have over the whole of the market, and Foundation will
Made in
agreed this as
America.
well, is the fact that Innova have probably, out of everyone, the best buy-in for disc golf, because you could literally go, I could get a starter set, or I could just have a look and go, I want this
I
disc,
can get,
and it's like $20 because they're all about
I can
$6
get
or $7
two
bucks.
different drivers, a mid-range
Yeah.
and a putter for
Literally pennies,
30 odd quid.
and you can have
Yeah,
fun.
like,
And it's
Yeah.
they've got something there.
So that's the second way I followed you. So at first I couldn't decide between the Valkyrie, which is DX anyway,
Mhm.
and the Construct. They're both very similar shaped discs, but the Construct just have the edge. When I was thinking about them, I was thinking, would you get them in DX plastic? In the end, I decided not to, because we're talking about my perfect disc. But for a while, I was contemplating whether the Valkyrie is already the perfect disc.
Hmm.
I decided to go Construct, mold,
Fair.
Latitude, Opto Air, Premium, plastic.
And that is the one you've got with the,
The same.
yeah, I was going to say. Okay. Interesting.
Firm on the outside, bit like your Rockstar. Firm on the outside, got a bit of a dome.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I like a domey disc.
I see. That's what I'm saying. I don't want the dome.
I do.
I want the shape of the Construct that's like almost
Do you
like a
know-
piece of paper flat.
I just
So
want
it's-
the shape of the dome. But I love how that
The
feels.
disc that I wish that is potentially the perfect disc that I wish I still had, because I actually think I owned it. It was the Thunderbird America 1,
Yeah.
because that wasn't this. That
No,
wasn't
yeah.
that hard.
Yeah, it wasn't.
That was nearer to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
do like DX plastic though.
It is, man. It's
you
sick.
just put this disc in my hand. You just put the Mamba in my hand.
Just going to let you know, that's going to be a disc eventually, but that goes super... You know when I said I wanted a disc that goes super left and then comes back? Yeah, you throw that on a bit of...
-5 warm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You put that on a bit of hyzer to just go left. I was practicing going left on that. I bought that one disc for that one hole in Bedworth.
Break it down. The generation of
So I can just practice
I
it.
reckon I can get
That is, yeah, you sent that out, but that is actually pretty bad. I've not
It
had
is,
one
eh?
that bad.
That's crazy,
I
eh?
don't want that bad.
That's what I'm saying. I
I've
knew
had
there was
some-
flashing
I've had
issues.
stuff with like flashing on the top, like you've got here around here.
Yeah.
But I've never run it like that. That's like almost misshapen, isn't
It
it?
is almost, yeah. It's crazy.
Couple
I
of
thought
trees.
before sanding it down, I
Couple
wanted to
of
show
trees
you
will
guys.
fix that.
Yeah, exactly. That will definitely happen. No, I think it's just dome. I like having a domey disc, and I think that's why I got so well on with the Rockstar, because like I've listened to people and other stuff like that. They don't like having domey discs. They don't have discs that have a pop, if you will. They don't like that, and somehow I do. But I think it's
See,
down to personal
this is
preference
why
again.
I really like the Optoplastic
Mm.
because although the Saint itself has got a dome,
Mhm.
the other Optos that I've used
Yeah.
or felt, you can get it flat,
Right.
and that's what I'm saying. If you had the Construct's flatness of a disc with that Optoplastic, you don't
Yeah.
necessarily get the pop, but you get that soft feel.
Okay.
So that's why I'd go with the two. I quite like thinking about this because at first, like I was saying, I was thinking about putters. I was thinking I really like how the banger feels in my hand, but I prefer the Nova's plastic because I prefer that. The banger's quite a hard plastic, but that Nova's just got that. The Nova almost feels indestructible.
Yeah.
If I was going to throw a disc as a weapon, it'd probably
Be the Nova. Yeah.
No, that's
Fair.
I think that's Innova. It's XT.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
XT plastic.
Yeah.
Because it's a mad style core plastic.
Tough.
Extra.
Tough.
Um,
Is a cool looking
Honestly,
disc.
there's a reason I only buy Innova discs. It's because all their plastics are good.
I could give you that. We'll give you that because
DX is a good plastic.
Champion's a great plastic,
Champion is a brilliant plastic, and the Halo's very good.
and the XT.
I love the Halo.
I've got
XT's great.
yeah,
Right.
it's a nice tough plastic.
Richard's got a Star Plastic Firebird
Yep.
that he uses to get himself out of the the Firebird that I sold him.
I've got that Star plastic one that I found.
Yeah.
That I refer to as the G Star. You can't see any of them.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of Star Plastic between us though, but Star is meant to be alright.
Don't get me wrong. I love how that Roadrunner feels. That Roadrunner is legit. But if you,
I hate this with
You
passion.
you hate it with a passion. You hate sea line. I love sea line.
plastic.
I love sea line.
It is
Right,
because
I'm
it
gonna go
is-
grab the MD. You
it
can
is-
feel that a bit
It
longer.
is because it is a cheap. It is a poor man's champion plastic. It's. I bear in mind, Lee started his sea line journey when he bought that disc off me.
FD. Yeah, there's the MD3. I love how this feels compared to that. It's the same plastic, I love the MD3. That's what I'll use in my one round. I love how that feels in the hand.
Oh yeah, that rim is awful.
You hate that rim, don't
What
you?
is going on there?
I know. Here we go.
Like rock
It's
hard,
bashing.
and it's like weird dome that's not even.
But honestly, it's not like I've got giant hands. That rim barely accommodates my fingertips. What is going on there?
Welcome to my choice of weaponry compared to you guys. It's very different. Just like how pretty it looks as well. Like,
That great big scuff on the front of it.
well, that was the practice put. It hit the rim. It hit the top and just went.
Champion don't do that.
Yeah. None of my latitude discs.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Cheap China
It's just smashing it. Is this another one made in Sweden?
I'm actually not bashing on China. I'm bashing on.
Made in Sweden again. Thank you. All their sea line stuff is made in like Sweden now.
There's not but a good
That
Swedes.
isn't. That's made in China. That was active.
That's not got a lot.
I think their active molds they used. That was when Innova was doing their molds.
So, almost the same question. Oh
yes.
yeah, we know. By the way, that Richard would have chose Champion Plastic Firebird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
Just
his perfect
champion
disc.
champion
Yeah.
Firebird.
Just done. He's an happy man.
Yeah, he doesn't need it now.
So we've spoke,
Yep.
and one day it'd be great to get this done. And I had another look into it today. But
Okay.
we spoke about bringing out our own disc golf range,
Yes.
and obviously we said that we'd assign different discs to different people.
Yep.
But without your assign, because we think we assigned you put him. So without assigning you put in, if you could bring out your own disc,
Mm-hmm.
whatever company you choose. So for me, it'd be Latitude giving me a ring tomorrow and saying, Dan, we want you to design us a disc.
Okay.
What would your disc be?
I've already got the name for mine. I know my name, and I think it would look sick. I don't know if it'll be probably copyrighted up to hell, but it'll be sick.
But what would it be? Like, if you,
How are you judging that?
at this point, this is where you have
Just
to
'cause of
stick with
names.
plastic and mould, because Latitude can't ring up Nineveh and say, can I have your sea line plastic?
See, I haven't thrown a Disc Mania putter. I want to get a P2 or a P3 because I know they're really nice, but I like the feel of my Judge. I really like the feel of my Judge, but I probably have like that judgy plastic with a Sensei, but I feel like that's what a P2 or a P3 already feels like, because I want to get one, and eventually I'll transition to a new putter, but I just love how the Judge feels in my hand.
I can mash 2 discs to get mine.
Yeah.
You see, that's why I was asking the question.
I'm going
That's what I
somewhere
was thinking.
between the Leopard 3 and the Archer.
So I want to stick with
That'd
my.
be sick.
I want to stick with my Opto plastic and go river. Have a river.
Oh, I'm
Opto.
literally mashing up 2 moulds here.
He just wants to have a
discs.
hybrid. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'd like a hybrid between a river and a Saint. Somewhere between the two. Somewhere between the straightness of the river and the distance of the
Mine
Saint.
would have to be a speed 6, which is probably why I like the cheetah so much.
Yeah.
And then with sort of the numbers that give, I'm talking weight, low weight, like leopard style, with speed 6, but with that straightness of the Archer.
Fair.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. What'd you call it?
Dunno. I just call it dunno.
I love.
D4.
I have mine. I just don't know what the mole will be. Mine will be the
D4
Mogwai because it
disc.
just sounds cool. Because obviously everyone knows gremlins. This is exactly the species of Gizmo, but the Mogwai is just it sounds a really cool name for a putter. I'm gonna put with the Mogwai.
Agreed.
It's pretty dope.
See, I'd like to do offensive this. Like, I'll probably call mine like Happy as a Pig and shit. Like really long titles.
Then
Happy
there
as
is
a
the
pig in
issue is there
shit.
is a pig.
Yeah, but it's not as happy as a
As
pig.
is
in
Yeah, that's true. See,
There's
I
a
was
bear
thinking
shit
if we
woods.
did
They'll
our
all have in them.
Mine would be political. But I'm not going to say what mine would be called. Because
oh, that's gonna be so bleeped out. I love it.
I was hoping you guys would be talking and I could just say it quietly as I move past the microphone. And it wouldn't be picked up.
No, it still gets picked up. Love that.
This is going to be my new game.
Like,
I don't know why I'm
you
offended,
can't see- yeah,
but I am.
But I am.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like you got to have like a cool, catchy name. A putter would be interesting because I think because I've gone with the sensei, I've gone with the judge. They're two very different. Would I go beaded, not beaded? How heavy would it be? Like, I think it's always interesting because whenever we seem to play foreplay or when we do like the Berg only rounds and stuff like that, I always come back to when we're putting with those kind of discs and going like, this could actually be a really nice putter if we did this and that. And just like, I think that's one you would definitely go to the lab for and just do tons of like research for. And
More big discs.
yeah,
That's what I'd say, actually.
like.
Yeah. Could you imagine a big disc in like a decent plastic? Like,
Yeah.
I would stick it around still speed 9, speed
I've
10, so
found
everyone can throw it.
a speed 6 big disc.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's send me the link for that because
It's on Infinite.
I could look into that.
It's an Innova one.
Oh, we gotta make an infinite order, haven't we?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Damn you,
boys.
delivery prices.
It's perfectly fine. Remember, we still need to get a Rolo as well.
Yeah.
At some point. I was so annoyed when I was doing that order that I did. I was like, right, at the beginning of the week, there was 23 of them in stock. And then when I did my order with my dad, I literally went,
0.
how the hell have they sold... Oh, wait a minute. Disc. And it's newish. And again, DX plastic and loads of other fun stuff. Like, ugh. Annoying.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of this that done that to me. I wait for them to come in stock and they're like, oh, they're in stock on Monday. Oh, but on Friday it's gone.
Yeah, it's crazy. But hey, it's like also it's really hard to get stuff at the moment for us over here in England.
So we always like to leave with a before we go. I haven't really got a before we go this week.
Oh,
So yeah, tune into Digression Session. We always like to give our other podcast a bit of a shout out. Check
100%.
out our YouTube channel. We've got loads of videos on there already.
Yeah.
More videos are going to go up soon.
Mm.
I've actually had some ideas for some other videos.
Me too.
Yeah, so we should be getting into some other videos soon. But also, Lee, what you got going on Bleeps Inc?
Other than the podcasts that we do, a little bit like you can see it. There's a lot of things on top of a giant case over there that I need to film at some point, which is kind of long and frustrating me because I need to do the next Star Wars Imperial Assault battle report. That's the next big thing on my calendar, other than editing some of our bits and bobs. Also working on our logo as well, because I've been given some of the artwork and I'm just like, that'd be really hard to print, but I want to simplify it for us so that I can show you guys hopefully in like a week or two when I get a chance to do it. But I think it's going to look sick and it will look good on t-shirts. Are you buying discs or looking at discs? He's making an order while we do, as always. But you're just getting it ready. Yeah, I thought so. But yeah. Other than that, it's
Window
fine.
shopping.
Because, yeah, there's so much stuff going on. Like, there's some other bits and bobs. I've been approached by other people to do stuff on their channels, but I can't really confirm anything yet. So, but yeah, I'll let you know if I am doing it because, yeah, it should be good fun.
Yeah,
But yeah.
So we'll put that in other news.
Yeah,
Another stage.
it's true.
Yeah, we've got lots of stuff going on in the background in a minute. And
Yeah.
it annoys me because I don't want to talk about some of the stuff that we have got going on in the background because I don't want to make commitments that we won't be able to see through.
Yeah, 100%.
But some of the steps that we've kind of taken and not taken this week put us that step closer to some of the ideas that we've been trying to push for the last 6 months or so, and
Cool.
it's exciting times.
It is.
But anyway,
Yes.
thank you all.
again, yes, thank you very much, guys, for listening to Discheads. We appreciate every single one of you that listens to us. Thank you for the download. Also, if you're on YouTube, thank you for listening. Also, leave a like, comment below, tell us your thoughts. Also, feel like clicking the subscribe button to, on the screen now, the Discheads channel, not this channel if you wish. Discheads is
Subscribe to
pretty
all the
much his.
channels.
We'll just subscribe to all the channels, but mainly our Dischead one. Let's do it. I really want to push our channel. I'll push our channel because we've got some good videos on there. And with that being said, guys, take care, and we'll see you in the not too distant future for episode 16. Take care.
Ooh, I'm a nearly on.